Hey there. This video is basically I'm explaining why I have panic disorder and a very severe case of anxiety and how it happened, and a little more on the subject. Um, so last December or so, um, yeah, roughly about a year ago, I uh, I normally I drink beer to like get a buzz every night. I wasn't like a severe um, alcoholic, but I drank to like get a buzz. And then I took a break from the beer, and I always once in a while took a couple Benadryls to like help me sleep, you know. And I slowly started increasing the amount of Benadryl every night, and I realized it gives you like kind of like a high, like a buzz. So I I came to the point where I was taking a lot of them, like 10 or so every night. And one night, I was feeling like a little depressed and stuff, and I came to the point where I was like, oh, I went to the store and I bought a big pack of them, and I was like, oh, I'll take like a 25 at one time. And I thought I'd be okay, you know. It was just kind of like I wasn't trying to commit suicide, but I was trying to escape. You know, that's how I use the beer to escape from my situation and how I feel. So basically, I took the 25 Benadryls, and I obviously started hallucinating, and everything was going fine until around 1 or 2 in the morning, and I laid my head down to go to sleep, and I knew something wasn't right because my body was kind of like reacting differently than before when I took like 10 of them. So when I tried to put my head down and sleep, my heart like jumped out of my chest. It was like boom, like like it was a really weird sensation that I never felt before. And man, oh, I got up and my mom was on a cruise or something, and my father was sleeping in his room. I still live with my parents, obviously. And when I stood up, um, the feeling I had was like I was going to die, immediately gonna die. And my heart was, if I didn't like keep moving, you know, if I didn't keep moving myself, getting up and walking around, pacing back and forth, my heart, I had like, I think it's called tachycardia, or like a heavy heart palpitation, and my heart was having very dangerous, abnormal rhythm, and I had my first panic attack in my whole life at 33 years old. I had a panic attack, and not only was I having a panic attack where it was just anxiety, I was overdosed on Benadryl, and my heart was reacting very dangerously. So I went to my dad's room, and I knocked on my dad's door, and I told him, I said, please call an ambulance. I think I'm going to die. And uh, my dad called an ambulance, and I was just talking to the dispatcher on the phone, and she was trying to calm me down. And I kept telling her, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Please help me. I don't want to die. I'm too young to die. And the fire department came with paramedics, and they hooked up like a EKG or something to me to see how my heart was doing, and it was really high. And I really felt like I was gonna die, and my heart was going all over the place. So they took me to the ER room, and I was having like seizures from the Benadryl, and it finally wore off like at 5 in the morning. And the doctor said that the reason I reacted like that was because it built up in my system because I was taking it every night, like 10 every night, 10 every night, and then I took the 25. So I guess I could have died. I could have really died. And ever since then, I haven't been the same. I have like in the beginning it was really bad. Like when I go to bed, I'd have these like weird sensations. It all like in the beginning when I try to go to sleep at night, um, I'd have this feeling like I'm floating, like a out of body kind of like some. There's a medical name and like I was falling and then I jolt up like 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 a panic out of sleep, and I can never go to sleep. I try to go to sleep, and then I feel like I'm floating, and then jolt, and then I wake up, and I do that, and then I just eventually I'm like, okay, I'll stay up until 4 in the morning until I'm really tired, and I just go to sleep, out of fatigue. So, and I got a little better, and it's not anxiety like social anxiety. Like I'm shy, Although I am a pretty weird person, I'd say, I used to have social anxiety, but not anymore. It's just medical, like about my health and my heart. And so I started doing pretty good. I was an Uber driver, and I just try to like cut back coffee, and I cut back my alcohol. I came back with a beer, I started drinking 6 pack a day, quite a bit, and I lowered it, and in and out of the panic at night, night terror panics, and sometimes they'll be bad. And some days, when I'm working, I have heart palpitations, like serious, like, it's like an overload of adrenaline in your brain. And in the beginning, the heart palpitations, they freaked me out a lot. And it made me, that's another thing, the heart palpitations. Uh, everything's going fine. I'll be working and minding my own business, and then I feel like my heart skips a big beat, and it's really terrifying and it's humbling. Uh, it's a really humbling experience, and it's hard, because like I went to the doctor. A lot of people in this panic situation, they tend to go to the doctor and try to, get tests, and they say, "Oh, we're dying, we're dying," and I understand I am gonna die eventually. Death is inevitable, but it's just, I'm 35, 34 years old now, and the thing I got over the night terrors and the jolts at night, but because my anxiety always was really bad at the time I OD'd on the Benadryl. That's when the panic disorder, like I was gonna die, kind of like hit most of the time, and it still does. But like I said, it's slowly going away. And my most recent symptom at night um, is really like it's like I'll be sleeping, and when I kind of fall into the beginning of a deep sleep, I have this really harsh realization that I am gonna die, and that I'm gonna die. Not that I'm gonna die at that time, but just the fact that I'm going to die, and it's just very overwhelming feel a body sensation, and it's very scary. Like I guess I am afraid of death, like everybody is, but these sensations, and I've been doing pretty good lately. Um, I started drinking like those hard seltzers, and I can't really control myself. If I get a big case, I'll say, oh, I'll drink 4, but then I'll drink like 6, and then the other night I drank 8, and then I felt really gross. But I'm doing better. But the thing that bothers me the most, I want to be normal. I want to travel in my van. I have this van that I bought. Obviously, it's hard to travel now with the coronavirus, but the thing that bothers me the most, a year into my panic disorder and anxiety, which panic is heightened extreme anxiety, The thing that bothers me the most is the fact that I have these heart palpitations. Like the other day, I just finished working out. I do a little workout routine because I'm trying to lose weight. And right after the workout, I was stretching my legs, and I had these really bad, like 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 I feel my chest just my heart's like it's gonna stop, and it's like hesitates, and it's like a motor that's trying to run that can't start, and it's really really scary, and you know it's just really humbling, and it makes me feel very vulnerable. That's the word. It makes me feel very vulnerable. There's so many things I want to do, but then like I feel like I'm recovered from my panic disorder from the stupid thing I did with the Benadryl, but at the same time I have these lifelong symptoms from what I did, and I feel like I'm screwed up for life. But I'm still gonna try. Um, my goal is to still try to travel. I want to travel in my van and try to accept myself, self acceptance. Obviously, what I did last year put a hold on my quest and journey for self acceptance, but I'm still I'm still gonna try, and that's why I have panic disorder. That's why I did it to myself, and I was already doing bad with my depression and loneliness and everything, and then I just shot myself in the foot by doing what I did, and I do regret it, but it's been a very humbling experience, and I have to I look at the positives, and I try to look at the positives in everything. So just reminding me that I'm human. So that's how I got panic disorder. Thanks.